John 13:1, 4 through 17. Before the Passover celebration, Jesus knew that his hour had come to leave this world and return to his Father. He had loved his disciples during his ministry on earth, and now he loved them to the very end. So he got up from the table, took off his robe, wrapped a towel around his waist, and poured water into a basin. Then he began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with the towel he had around him. When Jesus came to Simon Peter, Peter said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You don't understand now what I am doing, but someday you will." "No," Peter protested, "you will never wash my feet." Jesus replied, "Unless I wash you, you won't belong to me." Simon Peter exclaimed, "Then wash my hands and my head as well, Lord, not just my feet." Jesus replied, "A person who is bathed all over does not need to wash, except for the feet, to be entirely clean." After washing their feet, he put on his robe again and sat down and asked, "Do you understand what I was doing? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, because that's what I am. And since I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you ought to wash each other's feet. I have given you an example to follow. Do as I have done to you. I tell you the truth. Slaves are not greater than their master, nor is the messenger more important than the one who sends the message. Now that you know these things, God will bless you for doing them." The Last Supper was a time where Jesus brought his closest friends together for a time of bonding and instruction. He gave them a picture of what serving one another looked like, and the humbleness that it took to allow someone else to serve you. See, at the beginning of this dinner, the disciples had been arguing with one another about who was the greatest among them. And Jesus was teaching and demonstrating here that we are all to serve each other. The humility it took to be around the messiness of others and to allow people among your messiness. What are areas of my life where I need to be more authentic? Where do I need to be there for others? And where do I need to open myself to allow others in? Pray that God would show you the areas and the people where you need to serve. Pray that you will humble yourself to allow others to serve you. Mark 10:45. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. He even gave himself the title Son of Man. He was the Son of God, the everlasting Father, the wonderful Counselor, the Prince of Peace. But he chose to associate with us and call himself the Son of Man. Jesus loved us so much that he chose to be like us, to show us how to be like him. Philippians 2:4 through 11. Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. Your attitude should be the same as that of Jesus Christ, who, being in the very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, but made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant. Being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to death, even death on a cross. Therefore, God exalted him to the highest place and gave him the name that is above every name, that at that name of Jesus, every knee should bow in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Take some time to worship the Son of Man and the beauty of his name.
You were the Word at the beginning, one with God the Lord Most High. your hidden glory in creation, now revealed in you, our Christ. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. You didn't want heaven without us. So Jesus, you brought heaven down. My sin